All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk to you about a trade that I missed, why I missed it, what I do about when I miss trades, and hopefully this will give you some valuable information on how you can move forward with your trading and become a better trader and not beat yourself up when you miss trades. So let's get stuck in. So this is a pair that I've been looking at for a while. It's the euro dollar, and what the euro dollar does really well is it goes into structure consolidation, and it respects these kind of horizontal support and resistance levels. And there's periods in this market where you can have a real good time trading off of these highs and lows. It's one of the pairs that really goes into these zones of consolidation for some time, and you can capture a couple of moves trading the structure levels, or you can, you know, get the ratio patterns in between if you're a pattern trader and things like that. And one of the areas that I have on my discretionary notes here is this level up here, which is obviously just right in that 1.1 flat zone, psychological even handle number, and been waiting for market to push up following the bounce off of this support level. We almost reached it, then it was teasing us around late March, and then we went into April, still couldn't quite get up to the level that I needed, and now we are. And the beauty of that is it pushed up these two big bullish candles, and we've hit that like a brick wall. If you see the zone here, if I just zoom in a little bit here, you can see this is the high zone. Okay, so I've basically drawn out a little zone here. Let's just color this in pink. A little zone from the highest close to the highest high, and we are in that zone. We've hit that like a wall, and just above that is the 1.1 flat level, right? We're right there, 1.1 flat. So the question then becomes, how can I get involved in a counter move here, structure-based short, right? Because if we break and close above, great. Get a pullback, I'll be able to look for this resistance zone to become support, and I can start looking for buying opportunities. But right now, there could be an opportunity here to short this. The things that I look at, you know, as a trader, I've learned that if you can find all the reasons you shouldn't take a trade, you're going to end up better off, because as traders, your primary focus is not losing money. You know, your primary focus is basically risk management, not losing money. And if you can focus on that, you just, as a byproduct of that approach, you then generate consistent profits, as long as you can take the risks to get involved with the trades. Of course, you don't just sit there not taking trades, but you see all the things that are wrong with the trade setup that will put you on a low probability trading idea, rather than jumping and FOMO and doing everything, trying to take every trade, right? So one thing that steers me off of this, or makes me think that I won't get an opportunity here, is the fact that this, you know, we have pushed up here really close to this zone. So that's going to provide a problem, because we know that resistance becomes support. That's going to mean that we're going to struggle to break through that, which isn't a problem as long as you've got enough space for a good reward to risk profile, and we probably haven't. However, now I've got the bias on the high time frame. Let's go into the trading time frame and start taking a look at potential entry techniques that we could use. Then the first obvious one would be a 3-bar reversal. We didn't get that. The next obvious one would be a double top. Now, the problem with the double top is we've got to push down into structure to form the double top, probably, which in that case would violate, or invalidate, I should say, my double top rules. Okay, for double tops, I don't like the V or the retracement to push down into previous structure, because that to me is just a continuation move, not a reversal move, if that makes sense. So we could drop down to the 1 hour and see if we get a double top there. And we actually did. Okay, so the double top was here. And I'll show you where it was. I was fast asleep when it played out, but we had the first test here. Okay, this is technically the first test. We had all these rejections starting to come in, which is a great symbol, by the way. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Okay, had this really high test candle wick here, rejection. The market continues to start pushing up, and then we get this initial test in this zone, and then we actually put in a valid double top right here. Okay, we have the valid double top right here, where this candle at just gone midnight actually tests the high but doesn't close above it. All right, now we don't have the divergence that I'd like to see on the double top. This actually, what I'd like to see is some nice divergence like this across the double top. But when this double top formed, the RSI was just flat out overbought. There was no divergence at that zone. It's only now we've got the divergence, okay? So had I been awake for this, I would have placed my order next bar market had we got the divergence that I wanted, all right, which I didn't. I would place my order next bar market, so I would have got in at 10996. My stop loss would have been an ATR based stop above the high, which would have been up here somewhere. And then, you know, market did go against me for a bit, but now it's starting to roll over. But this isn't valid for me. You know, this isn't valid for me. I didn't get the RSI divergence. It's not in my trading time frame. I was asleep. And yeah, it's not the highest quality double top in my opinion. But however, it's starting to roll over. Well, what do you do in this situation? Well, you've got a couple of options. If you've missed it, you could wait for a 2618. You could wait for like a triple test. The problem with that now is this has violated the previous high. So the double top itself has been violated. So then that takes off the rule that I can't actually look for a 2618 on this. And a 2618, by the way, is when you miss the move or you're waiting because you're being a bit conservative, you wait for a violation of the retracement and then you wait for a pull back up into conventionally a 618 retracement of a Fibonacci retracement, and then you look to short it. And the risk reward profile on a 618 is normally about a 1-to-1. All right. But there's rules there, right? So if the double top is invalidated, I can't look at this as a 2618. So having those rules there, are some rules better than others in terms of higher probability, higher profit, and all the rest of it? Of course, but the rules are there to be consistent. And for me, when I've tested that, I've found that there's more losers when we violate the double top on a 2618 than when we don't. In fact, the 2618 setups that I trade are extremely high probability, really high strike rate, something like 72% strike rate. And now it's not. This one isn't. So I don't want to take it. So there you have it, right? So it's an example of a setup that we waited for a long time. Everything looks good. You know, even when we start pushing into the zone, the rejection candles, everything's there. And then we get the setup. We can't take it. 1 for RSI, 2 for the time frame, you know, and the fact that I'm asleep. And 3, we can't even get the conservative entry because the double top is now inviolated. And that discipline is what's going to generate you profits. Because why? You're focusing on not losing money. You're not focused on, I've got to get in the trade. I've missed the trade. I've got to chase the money. I've got to get into things that I don't know the outcome of. You know, that is when you start losing money. You might have a good winning streak. You might have an amazing, you know, you might have a ton of winning streaks in a row, and you might get lucky and you might get cocky, right? But I promise you, over a long period of time, you won't come out on top. You won't come out on top because you won't quit while you're ahead. And you'll be very, very sorry in the end. So stick to your plan. Don't beat yourself up. Pat yourself on the back for doing the analysis and yep, you're right about the move and great. You're a great trader. You don't have to catch every trade to be a great trader. You have to get better to be a great trader, and better, and that's what your focus should be. So good stuff. Didn't catch this one. On to the next one. All right, that's it. So look, if you're interested in learning how to trade, I'm running a completely free 2.5 hour start to finish trading for dummies, trading for beginners training. You can find the link in the description of this video or in this video here. And if you want to get involved with that, get in and let me know how you get on. I'll see you in the next one.